I am Dr. Madhushankar, hypertension and kidney specialist, Sri Ramakrishna Hospital, Coimbatore. This is my YouTube channel, Ask Dr. Madhu. In this video, we are going to talk about coronavirus. We will restrict our discussion to the association between kidneys and COVID-19. By now, all of us know that those who have kidney failure, those who are on dialysis, those who have had a renal transplantation and are on anti-rejection medicines have a low disease-fighting capacity. They are at high risk for acquiring communicable infectious diseases, this COVID-19 in particular, and the disease can be slightly more severe in them than the general population. So what can we do to reduce the risk? What precautions can we take? And how to protect our kidneys in the long run? Let's discuss about that. What precautions can we take? Whatever precautions and guidelines the government has issued with regard to physical distancing, travel, hand washing, using sanitizers, masks, they are applicable to all kidney patients. In fact, the kidney patient should follow them more strictly. Specifically, when you go to dialysis, make sure you wear a mask covering the nose and the mouth throughout the dialysis session, from the start to the end. Right? So, few patients question me, Doctor, I am a little afraid of overcrowding in the dialysis. I am afraid that I can acquire disease from others in the dialysis unit. What shall I do? Shall I, skip dialysis? No, please do not do that. Dialysis is life-saving. Skipping dialysis can be potentially fatal. And all over the world, and your hospital and dialysis unit in particular, have come up with some protocols to identify at-risk patients, those who are asymptomatic or symptomatic, isolate them and reduce their exposure to general public. So, from your part, what I urge you to do is, if you have any new symptom, something like a new onset, breathlessness or body pain or fever, cough, sputum, loose stools, diarrhea, make sure you inform your unit, your hospital and doctor well in advance so that they can employ all necessary precautions. As I said, do not skip dialysis. The same applies to those who with kidney failure and those who have had a kidney transplantation also. Skipping any of the medications can lead to worsening of your kidneys and the transplanted kidneys. So do not skip or stop or reduce any of the medications without your physicians and nephrologist consultation, right? Okay, a few patients did ask me, Doctor, can this disease be transmitted through the dialysis machine? No, as of now, we do not have the evidence that this disease will be transmitted through the dialysis machine, right? Okay, so now what can I do to boost my immunity, doctor? Something with a diet or supplements, right? So coming to diet, well-balanced diet with the recommended proportions of proteins, carbohydrate, fat, vitamin, micronutrients can definitely help you improve the immunity and your disease-fighting capacity. Vitamin C has shown some benefit in respiratory tract illnesses. Certain foodstuffs rich in vitamin C like lime, lemon and citrus fruits can be consumed. But unfortunately, most of the kidney patients will be in some sort of potassium restricted diet. So as an alternate, we can consume more of guava, papaya and bell peppers which have good vitamin C content with a less potassium in them. Make sure you have a discussion with your dietitian or a nephrologist beforehand. Now coming to supplements. Vitamin C as a supplementation, cover syrup powder and this homemade or the natural remedies like ginger, garlic and turmeric. Right. So there is no doubt about the antiseptic or the immune boosting capacity of our traditional foodstuffs like ginger, garlic, turmeric. Kavasar Kudinir is also a combination of herbs which have more or less the same content and the immune boosting capacity. But what happens is when we take more vitamin C in the form of supplements exceeding 1.5 to 2 grams in a day, the vitamin C increases absorption of a salt called as oxalate in the foodstuff. And that oxalate can get deposited in the kidney and in a specific subset. This can lead to an oxalate stone or kidney failure. So recently we had a couple of patients who presented with a severe renal failure requiring dialysis, and the only history we could get from them was taking more than recommended quantities of this cover syrup powder and vitamin C. So while all the above mentioned stuffs have some antiseptic and immune boosting capacity of their own might, we might also remember that taking everything together or taking them much in excess of the recommended quantity can predispose to some kidney problem, because ginger has sulfates, turmeric has oxalate. So let us not overdo anything. Let us just stick to the recommended quantity, and vitamin C through the foodstuffs is much better than supplements per se. Right? Let us go to second part. What can COVID-19 do to the kidneys? As much as 15 to 20% of patients with COVID-19 can have some sort of renal involvement. It can be as simple as some protein and blood leaking in the urine, or kidney failure with an increase in creatinine, or very severe organ failure leading to dialysis. Right? So what do I have to do in long term? How do I save and protect my kidneys? So those who have had COVID-19 and those who have recovered from it, you should get blood and urine tested at frequent intervals, once in 3 months maybe, and have a strict follow-up with your nephrologist so that we prevent any unwanted kidney problem in the future, right? So by now, most of us know a relative or friend of us who have had COVID-19, and majority of them have recovered. So the recovery rate is really encouraging. The government is following its role. It is giving strict guidelines. No matter how strict the guidelines and lockdown is, self-discipline is much more important, because prevention is always better than cure. Let us stay safe. Let us fight this together. Thank you.